give them a pound.
In 2010. Please put your hands together. Get your cameras ready for the 6-hour roll.
It does. It's fucking silent.
It was made for the famous Gamblers, 617 Squadron in World War II.
Somewhere
Introduced to the squadron and its history and place. And it looks like Red Arrows has got the full air experience as he pulls off the lightning blue. days a year, with our personnel stationed overseas, and of course our quick reaction Typhoon aircraft on alert to defend the skies of the United Kingdom, working alongside our NATO allies. You can see now that the formation has split into two halves. We have red 1, 2, 3 and 7 up front with red 4 and 5. Clacton, get your cameras ready for the colourful and dynamic, the crowd favourite representing the combat aircraft. No longer in service, my aircraft on operation for nearly 40 years. This is Tornado.
Where's the tornado?
The broad course made by Red 4 as Red 4 and 5 roll around the smoke of the rest of the formation. Look for the colour change as Red 1 brings it to the right. Now. And Reds 4 and 5 change their smoke to red and blue. Smoking red is Flight Lieutenant David Simmons, known as Simo. He's in his 4th year on the team, a former Tornado GR4 pilot, and he also flew the Harrier and the F5 while on exchange with the United States Marine Corps. 2022 is an important year for the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth, as Her Majesty the Queen celebrates 70 years on the throne and thereby making her the longest serving Queen in history. You saw us over London on the Platinum Jubilee weekend. Once again, you get to see that formation as we represent and pay tribute to her Platinum Jubilee. This is the Jubilee Present.
Ready for more colours, look.
You may be able to see that the aircraft are flying with their air brakes out. That is the small door at the bottom of the aircraft towards the rear. This means that the pilots set a higher throttle setting and thereby producing a hotter engine gas temperature coming out the back of the aircraft. And this just means that the colour of the smoke burns a lot more brightly. As we come to the end of the breakdown into two halves. However, as I said, Red 6 is not in this display, which means that Red 7 will only do one manoeuvre and then disappear to the crowd rear. However, you still have Reds 1 to 5 who will perform some fantastic manoeuvres in this second half. They are now known as Enid, and they are named after Enid Blyton's famous 5 from the Cheap Children's series book. And on trail with them at the moment is Red 7. As Red 1 brings the formation to the right, look directly to the front and get your cameras ready. You do not want to miss the detonator. Red 7 breaking away to our left-hand side, smoking the red. Red 7 is Flight Lieutenant James Turner, known as JT. He's in his 3rd year on the team, a former Typhoon pilot, qualified flying instructor on the Typhoon and Hawk T-Mark 1. He will now dive down to approximately 100 feet and he will have a personal speed of over 400 miles per hour as he performs a manoeuvre called the double roll. Unfortunately, that is the last time we will see JT and Red 7 in this display. So please, as he disappears and leaves the display line, give James JT a massive round of applause. on that display for us. However, look to your front right 45 and you will see Enid now returning back to the display line. Smoking white, the red, white and blue comes on in a formation we call Leaders Benefit, where they will perform a series of barrel rolls in the sky, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky. This is Python. As I said, one of the roles of Red Arrows is to represent the Royal Air Force. In addition to that, we are also about representing global Britain. And we, as you've just seen, we literally fly the red, white and blue of the Union flag through the sky. And as such, you may have seen the documentary in 2019 where the team conducted an ambitious 3-month tour across the USA and Canada, where we engaged with a lot of trade and industries to be able to increase the amount of trade and industry for our British partners. And last year we engaged with Estonia and Poland and our NATO allies, doing exactly the same, promoting global Britain across the European continent. However, looking to your left-hand side, and you can see Enid formation coming round to the left and positioning themselves down once again in that line abreast formation. The white smoke will come on as they run back into the display line. Watch for the red smoke from red 2 and 3. There we go, as they roll around reds 4 and 5. Reds 4 and 5 should smoke blue. There we go, and they roll around reds 2 and 3. One of the hardest manoeuvres for our new pilots each year. This is the rollbacks. Is a military unit, and as such we are commanded by Wing Commander David Montenegro. He is a former synchro and team leader. He is a former Tornado F3 pilot and a qualified flying instructor on the on the Tucano. I myself, I used to fly the Tornado GR4 before I then crossed over to fly the Hawk T Mark II at RAF Valley as a qualified flying instructor before joining the team in January. There are 9 pilots on the team, including myself and Monty. Each pilot must have 1,500 hours on fast jet and be assessed as above average before they can join the team. But once again, you can see Enid coming from the right. They will put themselves down into an inverted V shape. Normally we would have red 6 and 7 coming in from the left hand side, who would line themselves up and spear that inverted V in the double goose. But of course the Red Arrows is not just about the pilots. We have over 120 personnel on the squadron, and over 100 of them are our support personnel of engineers, operations, administrators and public relations. And they are known as the Blues, due to the colour of the coveralls that they wear. Within those support personnel are 10 individuals who are specially selected to fly in the back of our aircraft each year, and they are known as Circus. And as I said, they fly in the aircraft in between displays when we cannot take a full engineering complement. One individual who you will see with me every display this year is Circus 10, Air Specialist 1 Abigail Dritt. And she is just to my right hand side on the beach filming the display for safety purposes and debrief purposes. And she is also responsible for almost every image you see airborne, as she takes them from the back of my aircraft when we're flying around. We are approximately just over 2/3 of our way through the season. We only have a couple of weeks left, when we will take a well-earned break from a very busy season. We've had over 65 displays before we then go off to a promotion tour in the Middle East at the end of October. However, Clacton, look directly to your front. You can see Enid running back in line abreast formation. The smoke comes on. Get your cameras ready. The red's on from red one. He rolls around the formation, leaving the infinity symbol in the sky for the infinity break. Clacton, you have been amazing, but please put your hands together for the 2022 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows! He will gather the other aircraft and take them back to Royal Air Force Marham in Norfolk, where we are operating from today. If you'd like any more information about the Red Arrows,
Check out Mixcloud for the
you can
commentary.
look us up on the internet, raf.mod.uk/Red Arrows. We are of course on Twitter and Instagram